Lily, INS, INSG, Twitter, Tesla, Starbucks, Team, Goose, Square down a bunch. There we go. Of course I don't get to see Square. Like a good add-on point to me. Alright, now we're going to have a bigger consolidation. That could be good. Oh, Friday was not good for INSG. Good morning, Nick. Market's opening down today. Nothing huge so far. This is actually looking like a little nice consolidation forming. Hopefully it stays nice. Still above the 10-day so far. We've pretty much held the 10-day for a long time now. The 10-day moving average, ever since we had our follow-through day here, we've been above the 10-day moving average, at least on a closing basis. We've wicked below it. Hopefully this day will be another one of those days. Maybe we'll come back below it a little bit, come back to the 50-day here. We talked about testing the 50-day. We've done so twice. Now we're going to do so again. I don't necessarily view that as a bad thing. So the market took a dump. Apparently Caterpillar missed earnings. And there we go. We switch to stocks. Futures tumble on these two stunning corporate shortfalls. So there's been talk of a global slowdown. Caterpillar is actually very tied to global markets, or global economy, I should say. So if usually Caterpillar does bad, it can be a sign of a global slowdown. Fell well short on fourth quarter earnings while chipmaker NVIDIA slashed fourth quarter guidance. They both plunged with the latter slamming chip stocks down after last week's big semiconductor rally. Dow futures and S&P pointed sharply lower before the stock market opened in a huge week for earnings and other market-moving news. Alexion reported a positive trial. A market retreat could help top stocks such as Salesforce, Microsoft, and Boeing polish off handles, offering a lower entry. And NASDAQ down quite considerably here. Okay, here's Caterpillar. Earnings rose 18%, falling short of analyst estimates by 43 cents. That's big. They came out at $2.55 a share. Apparently, they're supposed to be at $2.98. So revenue grew 11% in line. Guidance for 2018 was not good either. And they say here, Big Cat is a global economic bellwether, so its weak results and guidance underscore the global slowdown, especially in China. Let's look at Cat real quick. Oh, market's still tumbling there. Yeah, so Cat's been coming down. I can't say it's necessarily... I mean, it's not broken. Cat isn't broken here. Look at that channel. Nice. So still in the middle of this channel. It's not completely broken. But all through 2018, this thing has not been doing very well. Looks like I may have a weird 2018, 2019. You know, we'll see. It's talking about its earnings in 2019 slowing. So Cat also had a big gap down last October right here, and then we've been holding these lows of about the $110 level right there. That would be earnings, I believe. So two attempts here to cross. Looks like 68.25, not successful. Although we closed up into it twice, we have been coming back down, which I'm not super mad at that. We just have to see how this holds up. This is maybe this is the test we've been looking for. Been looking for a test to the downside. We haven't really had it yet. It's been kind of just meandering upwards with a couple of blips here and there. So this may be that test. We haven't crossed the 200-day moving average yet. We are above the 10 and the 50. So maybe we'll chop in this area for a while. So on my list here, we don't have much up. OMGRF, OGRMF, which is an MJ stock. The 3 times short I can't talk today. 3 times short Russell ETF, Ring, NVGS, ALK, and the rest, these are up a little bit, not much at all. The rest of the market's basically red. Eli Lilly kind of leading the charge to the upside here in what looks like a little bit of a bear flag. Now we're starting to see some distribution come in after that day, so three pretty red days, and Eli Lilly is a change in behavior. Fortunately, it hasn't really dropped that much, still above the 50-day moving average. Let's hope that maintains. THRM, INS up here. INS had a huge day the other day. Friday, look at that. Big breakout day on Friday. Great volume. INS really winning here. I mean, this thing's just doing super good. Now, I will say this about INS. There's a thing, if you read Jesse Livermore's Super Stocks, there's a thing about stocks tend to go from the single digits up to about $26, and then they don't do very well for a while. And then when they cross $26, then they can be healthy again. Don't know if INS is going to suffer from that here at 23, but we shall see. But you can see this thing came all the way back here from 5 in May, and now we're up here at 22. So 400% gain in about, 12, 13 months? Or not 13 months, about 9 months, something like that. So it definitely could be do a bigger consolidation at some point. Not sure if that's now or that's later. So Ahmed, Starbucks down 1% today. So we talked about them in the flat base up here out of this longer consolidation. VMW down 1%. Of course, VMW moves on me the second I click it. Definitely not a 3 weeks type pattern. But consolidating up here nonetheless. And then I have a lot of my stocks down quite a bit. Paycom 1.6, not broken by any means. And it's hard to catch up with these things. Twitter, still chopping around this $32 area. Not much going on there. Looks like Goose is up here. Nettie's down 1.6. Still choppily going higher. This could be a buying point for Nettie's if the market remains healthier. So a couple of trend lines there for Nettie's. Twitter down 2% today. Oh, we just talked about Twitter. What else is down here? Other stocks getting pretty low here. Tesla getting back under 300. Failing to rally past the 300 point. Again, earnings coming up in 2 days after market time. INS and Square, and then AMRN down here. Huya leading the charge lower, down 8%. Wow, really giving up what on Friday was a great day. Friday was really good. Look at that. That's beautiful. Gorgeous volume, no selling in that day whatsoever. Today, giving it all back up. Um, Again, another day looks like a good accumulation day. It looks like another good day for a lower entry in Huya. Um, again, we'll see if the markets started off selling with elevated volume, more elevated volume than Friday. So far, maintaining that elevated selling. Even pre-market here, you can see it's a little more elevated. So they definitely. Oh, yeah, because we opened them down there. So we'll see if we bottom here. We'll see if we bounce here soon and head back up. That would be really positive for the markets if we can maintain a trajectory, which we don't have yet. We don't have a low yet. If we maintain that, I think that would be good. That puts us back towards highs in April, late April. We'll see what happens. All right. Haven't even brushed my teeth this morning yet. Gotta do that after the stream. Woke up late. um, yeah. So that's what the markers are doing. If you're looking to buy something today, maybe a day to take a smaller position in a name that you've been wanting but is being beat up today. I mean, really, it's the overall market on the daily here not looking too bad. The news is going to scare you. The percentage down here is going to scare you, but overall nothing's broken yet. If you want to wait, that's okay, but sometimes you get these pullbacks like this and it's a good time to take an entry. I'm already mostly invested. I don't see anything screaming at me, so I'm not really doing much. Um, I would probably be likely to jump into Eli Lilly, but it's showing a little bit of distribution on that trial news, which I'm not super happy about. And so I'm just going to maintain my current exposure and see what happens here. INSG coming back 1.4. Looks like it never really closed lower or got a little lower. Got a little higher. Looks like it popped high real quick and then came back down really quick as well. Showing a little more distribution after Friday. So Friday was what's called an outside day. So an outside day is where the daily range is outside of the prior day's range. Most days don't have outside days or inside days. This is actually an inside day technically. Barely an inside day. An inside day implies nice consolidation and trend continuation. An outside day implies a possible reversal in trend because it was willing to go past and beyond the prior trend and then, go in the other way. Where's there? Huh. Um, yeah, so that's an outside day. And that's what we had on Friday. So whether that means it's now, the fact that it closed lower obviously is more, if this thing closed higher, it means it came lower and came back higher. This thing went higher and came back lower. So that could imply some more distribution in INSG in the future. Maybe a bit of a longer consolidation. But not such a good day. Look at these nice two low volume days. They have a high volume day and it got slammed down. So that's not super good. All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Kids walked in the room. Took longer than I thought. Go do your hair, Ethan. Thank you. Ah, man. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it an early day today. Kids are being a little bit unruly there, so mom's in a rush. So I gotta go. Starbucks coming. Looks like coming back quite nicely. I could dump a little more into Starbucks. We'll see. See if I want to do that. Good earnings report. So let's see how the market ends up today. So we've got on the daily chart. We've got on the daily chart this. Um, This what could be a consolidation. Breaking the 6,800 level definitively would be good for bulls going forward, but we haven't had a major rest or test of anything yet. Maybe this will be the start of that. So earnings last week was pretty good. We'll see what earnings this week holds. Caterpillar not off to a good start, but these are the times when you can kind of see where there's some leadership in the markets, and already seen a little bit of green coming back. So hopefully that'll expand throughout the day today. So all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.